Okay, so this game, Shadow Empire, this is what, stream number 5 I've done this, so I'm about 20 some odd hours into playing this game, still learning it. There's so much stuff in this game, it's crazy. I haven't seen a game this complicated in a long time, just to be honest. So, and the premise is, it's, what, 8,000 years in the future, I think it is, and basically what happened is the humans spread out through the galaxy or whatever, and things went wrong eventually, and the empire collapsed, and all these little planets out there that were colonies basically got broken off from everybody else. They're all separated from each other. So you start off on a planet, you get to pick all kinds of fun stuff, what kind of planet it is, how friendly it is to humans, and that kind of fun stuff. Does it have alien life on it? How developed is that life? That kind of thing. And your starting technology is probably early to mid 20th century. So, and then you have to research your way through to get up to stuff, to just basic stuff like airplanes and that kind of thing. This game is very focused on the war side of things, so don't expect too many, I don't know, what's the right expression? Peaceful technologies, I guess. Almost all the technology is geared towards, making a better weapon of some kind. And so that's basically what it is. It's a 4X game, of course. You have to explore. This is the planet as we know it. We're completely zoomed out. So this is as big as it gets for us, which is fine. It's plenty big enough. There's oceans and this fun stuff. Tons of resources to keep track of. I guess we should click on our stuff so we know. It's over here on the left. You have food, water, oil for your vehicles and stuff to keep them up and running. Ammunition. Oh look, we're running out. Metals, industrial points. That affects what you can build, or how often you can build stuff is more like it. You have cities, little support colony or towns basically that are, what is it? What would it be? They call them basically people who don't live in the cities. I forget that they give them a name, but yeah. Anyway, you have to worry about your populations. Again, there's what am I looking for? Management. MNG is management. So you have different assets. These are basically all the buildings you have available to you, depending on where you are or what zone you're currently in. Zones are basically cities. Cities control the zones. So you have to worry about your food, which is the agrodomes there, to worry about power, generating fuel, mining metals, of course, all kinds of different stuff. You got that. Then you have your models. These are basically all the units you can build. Obviously, mostly, military-based stuff. So infantry. Grunts are what we started with. Grunts 2 is just slightly upgraded from slug thrower and enviro suit to an automatic rifle and a padded enviro suit. So, then you have machine gun units as well. Basically, machine gun to advanced machine gun and more like that. Transport, so a green bus to a green bus 2. Basically, it's a bus with a bigger engine. Buggies, recon buggies, same idea, just upgrading stuff, adding more armor, that kind of thing. Artillery, that's the first thing we have. Light armor, so these are light tanks. You can actually get to custom build these things. You can put, you have different size guns and types, like there's high velocity and howitzers, I think. And currently the theory is high velocity are for armor penetration. Howitzers probably better against soft targets, would be the guess. So just guessing in there. But anyway, you get to choose what kind of gun you want it, how thick the armor should be, how big the engine is. And the engine, of course, affects how fast they move and whatever. And then field testing. I'm not sure what the purpose behind field testing is. But as they get combat, tested in the field, aka live fire, this number goes up. To what end, I don't know, because we haven't got that far yet. RPG, there's your bazookas, anti-tank guns, so APCs, armored transport stuff. So again, guns, plating, big engine. And then mech artillery. Still haven't figured out what the point of these are so much as in they're more protected than the regular artillery. But the regular artillery is cheaper and tends to hit harder for some reason. Not sure why. Haven't figured that out yet. Basically using the same size gun, like it's 180 millimeters, it's 150. But if you, like I said, if you do an armored, a mech artillery with the same, same gun, basically, it's better as far as dealing damages. It's just not as protected because it doesn't have armor on it, and it doesn't have an engine to drag it around. But it still seems to move the same speed, so I don't understand the real reason behind having these. But, we make them anyway. Then we have armor. These are medium tanks. Again, you get to choose what kind of gun they have, how much armor, engine. And then our newest thing is aircraft. We have ultralight aircrafts. And these are basically just really short-range aircraft. Give them 2 heavy machine guns. Not that they're going to fight anything, but they're there. So you get that. And then you can, like I said, as your technology goes up, you get to, get more stuff. But you have to design it too. And these are all our leaders doing different things. Directors of various councils out there, also being leading armies and being mayors or governors, whatever you want to call them. And then this is easier to see. So, this is it's not technology so much as decisions you make in the game. Like, say there's a protest going on in the city and you have choices on how to deal with it. You can either listen to their problems or you can send the troops in to deal with it, that kind of fun stuff. And the decision you make determines how these things on the left change. Like, say, usually when you pay somebody on, or you listen to their problems, you can give them money, that kind of stuff. That's usually a democratic thing. But if you send in the troops, that's more of an autocratic or a enforcement or a fist thing. So, and as these points go up, it opens up these green things here. So as you can see, we're pretty heavy into the commerce. That's because most of our decisions have been pro-commerce. And it opens up these various things for you too. Specifically, the stratagem cards and some other little things too. Stratagems are, we'll look at those I guess in a second. This is the actual tech tree. If it's green, it means we've discovered it and researched it. If it's yellow, it means we've only discovered it. We haven't researched it yet. Gray means we haven't discovered it, haven't researched it. So, got to work on that stuff.
Hello everyone.
And just move through there.
My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel.
Again,
if you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. Also, please like and comment on his videos. He won't bite. I promise. That's it. Thanks.
Yep, thank you. So,
you are welcome. Now, please stop talking to me. It is kind of creepy.
It's very creepy. Anyway, these are stratagems. These are basically cards you get every turn. And the cards you get is basically based on these things on the left. The big screen we were just looking at, this is just a condensed version of it. So again, as you go up through the point levels, it opens up more cards for you and stuff. What are the cards good for? How do you use them? Well, the cards are used using these political points. That's the little green fist with the numbers next to it. At the top of the screen you can see the same thing. You generate political points with certain buildings and that kind of thing, and you use them for basically these cards and I think some other little decisions here and there. But again, you generate new ones and then use them on these cards. The cards can give you bonuses and this kind of other fun stuff depending on what's going on, or it helps you make decisions like free trade or starting a war. Starting a minor war. Now there's two types of factions. There's minor factions, there's major factions. Minor factions you basically just roll over and take them as soon as you can. Major factions you can choose to be diplomatic with them or wage war with them and that kind of fun stuff. So you got that. Covert ops, you can send in spies. Some of these cards actually require a different type of point. They require these fate points up here at the top. Fate points, how do you get those? So these cards right here, you can burn fate points on these. These are usually the better cards overall. Can't always get them. There's this over here. So in auxiliary chemical production is basically what that is. How do you get more points? You do different things, and there's actually some of these cards produce points too, but they're usually bad things. Usually based on some type of decision of some kind. Usually the card is red. Terrace Nation. Is that a nation card? Yeah, these things. So basically they'll give you fate points if you choose to take on one of these cards, like Paranoia. A random zone will get 4d10 increase in fear. Fate points increase by 2 though. You're surrounded by idiots. Why did they not go away? Die, disappear, gain 2 free. So again, you can make little choices here. I want more fate points to use on some of these other cards, that kind of fun stuff. So again, there's a little bit of a card game element to that. So you got that stuff. Oh, and then we have decisions. Every month we get so many decisions. Can range from 1 to the most I think I've seen is 11. So, and again, it depends usually what's going on in the world at the time. It usually influences what's going on here. But anyway, our workers on Omicron are harassed. So, send in the troops to punish the thieves. So, set their conditions that they started harassing the public workers. This is, okay, whatever. So we can send in the troops. It'll cost us a political point. And autocracy will go up by 6. And doesn't seem to be a bad side. Okay, investigate who is directing the harassment. So this will be a skill roll, basically. So you have investigation roll of 1d100 plus 17 onto it versus a difficulty rating of 50 plus 2d100 with an average of 155. So the chance of being successful here is not good. And if you were, blah, your political point, expend that. Unrest could happen. Meritocracy will go up by 5. So we're just going to stick with sending the troops.
Yes, sir. Roger
Now, the
that,
problem
sir.
with sending in the troops is you have to have troops there. Or you just have security personnel, and they're confronting 70,000 militants. Our troops failed. So there's the downside if you don't have troops there. So unrest increased, fear increased. 200 militants were killed. Well, it's better than our security personnel. But you still have some other things positive, like commander of the actual troops that were there. Boots Sirius, that's a governor, so his opinion went up of us, I think, or that skill, I don't know. Profile, our autocracy went up 6 points. Now, the autocracy I don't really care so much, because that's not really what we're focusing on, even though it's at 52 points. We're more democratic, commercial, mind-based is what our focus is. Okay, orders for the governor of Omicron. So this is a city we just did take within the last turn or two. We'll go over the situation real quick after we're done here. So, budget, salary for the workers. I'll just give them a couple of credits there. Recruits. We don't really care about recruits and colonists right here. Just a little bit of budget. Okay, so worker recruitment road. Recruitive shortage. Fire is surplus. Emergency food allowed. Allow emergency food. Zone occupied incorporated. It's a regular zone. Forbid pump to buy free. Blah blah blah. So zone unit supplies. So this is, does this zone supply units? Units being our military stuff. And so why it's saying recommended is it means that the units won't pull supplies out of this town. They have to rely on your supply line. What you choose here can, be kind of important. So at first, I think if it's a forward city, as in, right on the front line, so to speak, I think not supplying your units is probably a good idea. So we will just leave that as it is for now. We'll probably come back and change it later, but for now, confirm orders. You can always call the governor and change the stuff around too.
Yes, sir.
It will
Roger
cost
that,
you a
sir.
political point or two to do it, though. Okay, MTH stock auction. So MTH are a merchant faction, basically. There's a couple of different ones out there, and every now and then they'll come to you and go, "Hey, we'll sell you one of our, or do you want to bid on one of the shares to our company?" And if you are successful in your bid, you get a share from that company. But why? Because once you start holding shares from these companies, they pay you dividends. Not a lot, but it is a little bit extra income. But as you can see, this share is kind of expensive at 1,400 credits. We have 932 currently, which I have a feeling we're going to need for buying food and stuff. Oh, actually, we're going to have the red arrows. We'll look at those in a second. So we're not going to bid on this one, simply because we don't have the money to do it. So it's no big deal. So you got that. Okay, so that. And now we are currently at war. We started a war last week against this faction down, the Hanson something or other. Hanson Nation. So they started down here and they expanded basically all the way up here. And they had, as you can sort of see where their territory was. It was all the way up here. And they were basically lined up along our border with various troops, and every now and then they'd push into our territory and take that hex, which is really annoying because we can't do that to them. They could push into our territory without starting a war, but we couldn't move a unit into their territory without starting a war. So I don't know why that is, but that's the way it was happening. I was getting annoyed, so I said, screw this, we're going to start a war. They are a major faction. They are not a minor faction. So now the question is, will we win the war? These are our forces currently. We took Omicron, like I said, a couple of turns back. These are their forces. They've got some 600 soldiers, 600 soldiers of Guard 3. So these are going to be a little bit tougher. We actually get to see what they are, it looks like. Main armor is automatic rifle, issued environment. And sorry, an enviro suit. Field testing is 58%. So why this is a level 3, I'm not sure, with an automatic rifle. Because what do these guys have? They have an automatic rifle too. So that's odd. That they basically looks like the same type of build. We don't have a whole lot of information on them, but it's weird. But anyway, blue squares, so there's enemies there that we don't know what they are yet. These are our forces, of course. What do the numbers actually mean? I don't know. I don't really know. I haven't figured that out yet. It's some type of strength rating, but I don't know how much it is. But up on the right hand side, we're going to be looking at our bottlenecks. So this is our supply line. Green is good. Yellow, not so great, but better than blue and black. So again, that's our bottlenecks for supply lines. So we're good there. So we got percentages showing up, current points. So these are your supply points. Your armies want to be, supplied. And in the lower left-hand corner of each square, the color, that little square tells you whether they're supplied or not. Basically, green is yes, they're supplied. Blue is they're not getting everything they want, and black means they're not getting anything. So these guys, even though there's no blockage here, they're not getting everything they want or need. Is really what it is. So again, we have this line here, these lines here. He's got forces moving up in these directions. That's the way those look. That's why those look that way. We put some little bit of defense over here. Some defense up here. Unfortunately, somehow he had forces over on this side of the map. I don't know how. I'm still trying to figure out how he landed 3 forces up here. I mean, they were here within like 3 turns, I think, of the war starting, or somewhere around there. It was really fast. How they got here, I have no idea. I don't even know where they came from. They came from the water somehow. I don't know if it's because they came through a port. I'm not sure how that works. Because I have a port down here more than likely. Mrs. Kimpy should get the phone. She's not getting the phone. Okay, so this is our capital here. This is Mickey's Mirage. This is technically our capital. Although they landed here, these forces landed here. This is our port that we built. This was all our territory. They landed here, took Rocketville in one turn because we didn't have anybody defending there. We had all our forces on offense, basically. Except for the guys sitting here in Rocketville, or sorry, Mickey's Mirage, because they can't move. Well, these guys can, but these guys can't. We have 2,800 troops in this city, and they can't move. They're basically the garrison, right? But they can't move. Rank 2 grunts and rank 2 machine guns. And these guys, these are just normal stuff. Bunker busters. Where did I get these from? These are experts with demolition charges and tackling enemy fortifications. The troops, they are embedded with always reduce 50% of entrenchment points of a target they attack. So that's good. Oh, we can actually go right up there and go after them. Do we want to, though? Again, these are just nothing special troops. I'd like to upgrade these guys if we could, but I don't think we can. That would be sugar bottlenecks. Okay. Yeah, we can't upgrade these guys. Not sure why. This looks different from last week. Was there an update on this game not last week? Because I don't remember it looking this way. It looks different. Huh. Oh, workshop. We should probably build some more ammunition because we're a little lacking. Left-hand side, we're down to 65 units of ammunition. We're eating up 150. We can produce 200 ammunition for 20 metal and whatever, which we've got plenty of ammunition. So it's 20 metal and 20 IP. IP, wow, we're up to 2,600. We got a lot. So we can produce a lot of ammo.
Roger that.
Produce ammo and what's this? Production of machines. Oh, we don't need to produce any machines right now. Replace troops. Produce replacement troops. Not exactly sure how these work. This artillery is an armament with blah. It has been used, issued padded environment suits. So, loader. So each one of these. Oh. You must move the slider to a non-zero number. There's no slider here. There's no slider there. Place troops. Huh. For some reason we can't do replacement troops. Not sure why. I don't really need to, but huh. Let's see, this will actually tell us something if we try to raise a formation. Oh, maybe this might be the reason. So on a battalion, regiment, or division. So basically that's just how many you want to do. So battalion is the smallest. Mechanized anti-battalion. So anti-tank, armored, mech artillery, mechanized artillery. Mechanized infantry battalion. So 1,000 infantry and 100 armor. So that is the APC, right? Mechanized stuff. So it runs to, and oh, sorry, that's just the bus. That's the bus. That's not armored. Oh no, this is actually that's an armored transport. And it's the independent mechanized infantry stuff, and requires 2,000 troops that we currently do not have. We have used up all our troops. We should probably make sure we are recruiting people here in this main city. I'll call you Mickey's Mirage. So that's our governor right there in the lower left-hand corner. Plan a stratagem. Oh, we don't want to do that.
Standing by for orders.
Okay, so we are going to be talking to him. Right. Call.
Standing by for orders.
Okay, so zone order, zone inventory, zone merge. So we want to do zone orders. Cost us 2 political points. We got lots
Copy that.
for now. So this will bring this up again. So confirm the orders. Max recruits per turn is 0. We need more recruits. 1,000. There's their bonus to be paid. Whatever, colonist sign up bonus, recruit orders, blah blah blah. See here, we are allowing supplies of units of shortfall. Supply units before regular supply. No, that's fine the way it is. We already set that up. Workers, so it's how many workers do we want here? It's no big deal. Salary. So we're good.
Copy that.
So again, the whole idea is we need more recruits because we don't have enough. Question is I don't know how big these forces are. So, and then we have our little wannabe airplanes down here along with some troops. So, not a lot. Not our best troops, but not a problem. Again, all our good stuff is in here. All our good troops are in right there. So, now, of course, everything has movement points. That's a little action point thing there. Everybody looks like they're probably going to be moved up or moved out at the moment. Usually it takes about 50 points or so to engage in oh, maybe not. Oof. So 1.3 to 1 ratio here. That's not good. Especially for these guys should be better. Can I see these? I can't see these. So attacker, defender. So he's got 3,400 on defense. That's why his numbers are so good. We're not going to attack him. And he won't attack us because all our forces are, they're busy at the moment. So you just click on each individual one, and if you don't see any red marks, they can't participate in combat because they don't have the movement points, but they can still defend. There's artillery, but let's see, that would be range attack.
Hello everyone.
No
My name
points.
is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. Also, please like and comment on his videos. He won't bite. I promise. That's it. Thanks.
Yep, thank you, and happy Wednesday. Okay, so looking at supplies and stuff. Oil, we're good for a couple more turns. We just made a bunch of ammunition to get us up for 500. We got lots of energy, so no worries there. Okay, I think that's it for this turn. And let's just see what they do. So just seeing if they're, looks like they moved up some troops here. They moved around a little bit over here. So we have to be concerned about them taking territory here because they'll basically start cutting supplies off if we're not careful. So Round 61, we have 5 decisions to make. Okay, so you're in the later phases of time confidence. The effect is your word score will go up every turn. The current strength of this effect is moderate, 25. Gained 1 word. In 1 turn, the effect of time of confidence will have disappeared. Okay, your organization's factions generate 4 new stratagems. So, gift to faction. Make a monetary gift of 1,000 credits to the faction the chosen leader belongs to. Silver retirement. Spend 500 credits and have 50% chance to retire security 50 leader or seniority 50 leader. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you know. Decrease income tax. Send a spy team. Send 3 spies. We should do that. Oh, look, more stuff. An embassy. Priest stuff. Political aid truck. And investor backing. So you'd use these investor backings on your towns and stuff to get them to build stuff in that town that you don't directly control, but it still helps the town. See, now these red lines, we've got a supply issue coming out of here. See, part of the problem we have, because Rocketville was responsible for producing, you know, food and stuff, so that's why we might have a problem. Again, I wish I could move these guys out. Well, we can move that one particular unit, but we don't want to do that. Dun, dun. Raise a formation. Do we have the troops this time? Nope, we're still short 1,000 troops unless we use those guys. Oh, we don't really need to. Well, do we? Oh, we can do this. We just won't raise everybody we need. But we have the metal to do it. We have the industry points. And we have food. We have the oil. We have the ammunition. And that stuff. So we could just do this. Okay, so we just raised these guys. So 500 grunts and 50 bolter buses, which are the APCs. Armored personnel carriers. And the question is do we want to send them up here to go do stuff, or... Of course, now we just kind of might have screwed up here because that was all their points to move. So this might have been not a good thing. Yeah, we're staying up there to defend. And now we just, let's see, we want to do a group move here and attack these guys. Do we have artillery? A ranged attack. So this will be our artillery if we want to do it. Let's see. So guns and tanks is 40. So there's 10 guns in this one. We got tanks to do it too. Okay. So this might soften them up. Let's see what happens.
Fire when ready. Roger that.
So that was fairly but it might have driven some away. Okay, so we can send in those guys. 2.3 to 1. These are walkers. That did not that actually hurt. Why would that hurt? Walkers don't seem to work very well with our other troops. Wow, neither of those guys. So that helped. That helps. So if we just send in
Oops.
the infantry...
Is that all you can say?
Still not
That was
great.
really poorly done.
Out there. So if you put in these guys last, it helps. Oh, that's better. Keep those guys there. Those are machine guns. Oh, I'm guessing machine guns are working against these guys. Hey, Hobo, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. I'm guessing they're working better because... I don't know why. There's 3.5. We'll just send them in, see what happens. Wow.
All clear, sir.
We lost one unit to there. Oof. So we lost 20 sentinels. Oh, those were our mechs. They got this. No, sorry, they didn't die. Sorry, they didn't die. We lost 100 machine guns units. It's okay. Or people. Is Veronica behaving? She should be. Why? Hello, Veronica.
Hello, meatbag.
Yeah, she should be behaving. Why? Why do you ask? But they lost 1,800 men. Woohoo. Maybe that's wrong. But they lost a lot. And they retreated. So, just checking. No, she should be... She's fine, I think. Okay, group move. No, we can't move the whole group, but they've got points. Move them there. So these guys didn't actually do anything. Some of them didn't. So we still have a fair amount of troops here. Okay, so we're good there. Now these guys, we could try to cut these guys off and take them. Oh, we got a little rail line through here too. We should actually build a railroad through here if we haven't already. I don't think we have. Yeah, we don't have a railroad going all the way down here. Probably should build one. It'll eat up a lot of metal though. We'll see. Okay, you guys are going to group move. So they got a green stuff, so we're good here. Ah, look. Somebody's in trouble, maybe. 12 to 1. 12 to 1. Ah, they retreated. Suffer any losses? No losses. Damn it. But we made them retreat. So group move. Good. So basically we're pushing towards their capital. These are fairly weak forces, it looks like. So he's got a dragon. These are... It's a medium tank. 105 high velocity gun. Only... Oh, it's 100 millimeters of armor though. So that's... Crusader. It's a light tank. 60 millimeter howitzer. And then these guys, some artillery and stuff. So the question is who do we want to kill first? Or push back? Again, we're trying to push them back that way without being horrible. 7 to 1 odds against our APCs. go.
Requesting backup.
Somehow we're retreating. I'm not sure why. I don't understand the odds sometimes. It makes no sense. We had a huge advantage there. Somehow we were forced to retreat. I don't understand. I have no idea what happened there. We should. I don't understand how that happens. Those guys can't move. Let's see. So we're looking at. So food. We're okay on food for a while. Ammo. We're good for a couple more turns. Okay. So again, you do have cities that are doing things. So basically, what assets in the cities, and this determines all kinds of fun stuff. So there's recycling, producing metals and other things for us. Agriculture, of course, is food. Oh, I was thinking about doing a railroad down this way, wasn't I? Construct a road. I want to build rail. So 157 metal left. This will produce use up 63 industrial points on 126 metal. We're good. So rail. So again, what we're doing there is just building a rail from our capital down to Omicron, so they'll keep our supply lines going this way. We could even do a rail from Lotard down here as well if we want to. I don't want to right now, though. I think one should be good because there's no bad guys here. The question is, how big are these armies? For some reason, we can't see them. Unknown units. Oh, there's 3 in there, 1 there, 1 here. So who knows what that is. These guys, it's only 500 grunts and 500 APCs. How many more troops do we have? We have 400 troops. Recruits. But we're going up 1,000 next turn. So we'll be able to bring in some more stuff. Decision time. Okay, Supreme Council task. The Supreme Council is political power or general strategies. I don't know what either one of those really are. So we leave it at 50-50. That's what it came. Interior Council tasks. So taxation, tariffs, human resources, and interior policies. We'll just leave that 25-25 all the way through.
Affirmative.
Those are some easy decisions. Protest and Lodard. People at whatever, send in the troops to end the protest. So autocracy increases by 5. Give in to their demands. So it costs us 465 credits out of the 564 we have left. Democracy goes up, so.
Understood.
And it makes them go away, kind of, sort of. And people are generally receptive of that. Because, you know, people don't have to die. Sabotage and Mickey's Mirage. Investigate who is the saboteur. Chance of getting successful there, not good. Give an extra payment to the workers. 1,500 credits we don't have. But we can sell stuff. What should we sell? Sell fuel. Don't want to really do that. Metal. Yeah, we're using that. Food. We got lots of food. Sell some of that. The earth metals. It's 264 over here. So sell some of that stuff. Oh,
Roger that.
unfortunately, you have to sell this way. Or did it? No, that's right. Okay.
Roger that.
Okay, so we're up to 1,500 in credits now. So we can afford 1,545. We have 1,547.
Copy that.
Okay, everybody's happy. Expansion quarrels. So, to openly support these causes is to what? Replace their leader? Focus more on expanding their fleet and long-term investment. Supporting these causes will weaken the current elder's position. 5 political points. Relations decrease, but commerce goes up. Commerce goes up for us, which will get us up to 85 commerce, which is nothing special yet.
Order received.
Do we get anything? We don't get anything until we hit 90. And we're at 85, so someday. Just not today. Okay, so there's all the decisions. We're down to 2 friggin' credits. So, radioactives that we have plenty of.
Roger that.
Okay, so that'll get us some money for a little while. And radioactives, we have a we're mining radioactive material out of Hollister at 10 per turn, so we're good. Okay, so I think we're... Yeah, we need another turn to go by so we can recruit some more troops and hopefully deal with these guys up here. They got all kinds of stuff moving around. Got this one trying to flank us. Those guys are holding so far. 5 decisions. A new zeitgeist wanders through the land. We are entering a crisis of violence. The effect is your zones run the risk of suffering danger-related events. The current strength of this effect is light. In 6 turns, the efforts of crisis of violence will come into full force. You made it into a new epoch. You gained 1 fate point. We discovered a new tech, power banks. Since it is quite expensive to generate electricity, we have developed an idea to store energy so we do not lose it if we do not use it. New development of model complete in AG. Oh, that's an anti-tank gun. It's a little image there in the middle. Discovered a new model type, the heavy tank. So, yay. We discovered a new tech, mining techniques. We've been considering that if we had applied a scientific approach to designing our mining equipment, we might have much better productivity in our mines. You think? We discovered a new OOB, Armored Infant Arming. So OOB, I'm not sure exactly what OOB is supposed to be, but why is he wearing a cape? Organization generated 4 new stratagems. So volunteer drive. We need recruits right now. Let's send out the press rank gangs. Sorry. Junior asks for help stuff. So we have 1,400 recruits now. Okay, now we can see these guys. So guards, veteran sergeant, that's not good. Scavenging team, that's no big deal. These guys, so 300 troops there and only 300 here. We could probably run them over. We could probably run them over. Take Ronketville back.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. That's it. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. If anybody knows how this works, what the odds actually really mean, it'd be helpful. So these guys, so 1,000 grunts, 100 bolter buses, so raise those guys. Cannot move. How come we were able to move them last time when we raised them? Is it a size thing? They don't have enough action points. So, they're down to 800 grunts and 500. We didn't lose any APCs at least. But next turn. Okay, so we have those guys. We should probably use that the card we got. Leaders, units. Where's the recruit one? HQs, all out attack. Infantry attacks bonus, blah blah blah. Action points plus 30% and defense is reduced by 20%. That's bad. Experience growth plus 100%. Attack, blah. Defense. Infantry forces get plus 40% on defense and minus 30% on attack. Blitzkrieg. Mechanized forces attack plus 60% and action points plus 30%. Overall defensive powers reduced by 30%. Entrenchment impossible. Equip the defense. Infantry plus artillery get plus 40% on defense. Mechanized forces get minus 30. Infiltration. No. Nation. Discover, recruit seniors. No. Recruit merc. Military. Increases income tax with 10%. Is there a bad thing to this? Difficulty will be 20. Difficulty will be plus 25 higher per 10% per 10% tax bracket. Administration skill roll will be made by a director of Interior Council. If successful roll, the income tax will increase by 10%. Difficulty is 70. We have plus 95. That means we make this roll, doesn't it?
Affirmative.
Difficulty was 70. We roll 176. So we now have more in money, income-wise. So decrease the sales tax. Why would you want to do that? An ancient depot, search for, and we only have 3 points. So I'm not going to worry about that. Where's the recruiting? Increasing our Hasino diplomat. Oh yeah, that's right. We forgot we have native life on the planet. Intelligent native life. They are the squid people. They are our friends currently. So we've been very nice with them, and they've been nice to us. And by nice to us, I mean they freak out our old people by dancing for them in the streets. Don't know why, but they do it. Trade overture. Miners, covert ops. Send a spy team. We want to send them. Huh. What's this? I guess we just do handsome. There we go. Difficulty of 105. We have plus 57, so we have to roll just under 50. I don't trust that, so we won't worry about that one. Stratagem. Summation. Where do we recruit people? We saw that thing. We saw that we got a card to recruit stuff, but I don't see it anywhere. Private capital seen opportunities in the zone. An influx of private credits is to be expected. Okay, where do we want to send it? Mickey's Mirage.
Copy that.
An eager industrialist with 2. Yeah. Leaders. Gift to the faction. I didn't see any cards to increase our recruitment. Unless I missed it somewhere. Oh, I can try to... I don't want to do peace yet. I want to get my stuff back. Let's see. Recruit mercenaries. Where was the one to recruit? Let's recruit a leader from one of the community. No, we don't want to do that. Again, I don't see. Volunteer drive. So we need recruit. Oh, we got a bunch of those cards. So must be played on friendly zones. Must be played on a zone with a city. Base difficulty will be 100. Leadership roll, skill roll. Okay. So the target would be Mickey's Mirage. So difficulty is 100. Only plus 23, so that's not going to happen. Let's go do our decisions. National budget allocations. Basically, we don't. This is basically how the councils get their budgets, and we just don't play with this really because it's fine the way it is.
Copy that.
Economic Council task priorities. So discovery current part. So this is discovery of technologies. This is researching the technologies. And this is what? Economic? Technology. So basically technologies with the EC. So we have some over here that haven't been researched yet. A couple have been discovered, but no research. So we'll just leave it the way it is, because some of these over here haven't been discovered yet, but they haven't been researched either. So I think we'll leave it the way it is. So discovery, it's at 19%, research at 60%. Prospecting, economic policies, and okay, that's fine.
Roger that.
Okay, model design. Create a custom formation type. We'll do custom model first because we don't have a heavy tank yet. So, start development of a heavy tank. So, howitzers or high velocity. So, anti-tank or, again, I'm speculating on what these actually, I'm guessing howitzers again, better against soft targets, high velocity against, hard targets. Like tanks. How big of a gun do we want? 150? Oh, ammo. So much ammo.
Hey
uses up per
Gimpy,
shot.
it is time to take a break.
After we design this, we'll do 150. Make this a big heavy tank. So how much
Your
armor?
next break is in 1 hour.
All the armor, 200 millimeters. And an engine. How much engine power do we want? We want a triple diesel engine.
Copy that.
Okay, create a custom formation type. Independent motorized artillery, mechanized artillery, motorized battalion. Light tanks. Independent mechanized infantry. I don't know. Medium tank battalion. We don't have a heavy tank. Let's see what they medium. Let's see. It's just a customized build for stuff that we really don't need to do. Although we could do. Oh, we'll try. So Lieutenant Mechanized Infantry. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so the current battalion is 1,000 infantry and 100 armor. So we could actually add machine guns in there too if we want. Just 100. So current names of this new custom information are independent. Okay, that's fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so expansion quarrels, yes. What? Focus on commanding the fleet, blah blah blah. So we get +2 commerce out of this. Again, we always go that
Yes,
route.
sir.
If we can get commerce out of it, we get commerce. But anyway, I need to get up, stretch my legs, take a break, get some water, that kind of fun stuff. I need to put a save in here real quick. Not that the game has actually ever crashed on me, but you know, as soon as I don't do it, it will. Okay, so gonna get up, stretch my legs, get some water real quick. I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Enjoy the donk video.